Hello, and welcome to Lumpia and Latkes. I'm Jay, a Filipino American,
And I'm Mitch, an American Jew. We are friends
and former coworkers.
who riff all day at work and decided to create this podcast for extended conversations on anything that intrigues us.
We won't always get it right, but we'll do what we can. Thanks for joining us. This episode, Slip It In Game, Part 2. Slip It In Game Part 2. That's what we are doing for this episode. We liked it so much, we're going to do it again.
Sounds so naughty.
I know, right? It said that's what they call it. I'm sure you could call it something else, but that's what this game calls it. Again, for people who didn't get the first episode, it's the second time playing this.
Explain it to those people who haven't heard us do
exactly.
it, Jay.
So what it is I'll read it from the box here. Get everyone talking in this party game that transports boring chit-chat into hilarious quests to insert random phrases into your conversations. So what it is I bought this game from Kroger, and it was on sale on clearance, right? They have clearance aisle. And I was like, all right, this is interesting. I've also seen it done a lot on the on South Korean television variety shows.
Right.
And basically, you take three phrases from like a random bank of phrases, and you have to come up with a story, hopefully a cohesive story, and hide the phrases in, and then the other person or other players need to guess what those phrases were. Yeah. And whoever has more phrases guessed is the winner. Of the other person's phrases. So we'll go back and forth, and we're going to draw three words at a time, or three phrases at a time, and try to make it make sense, or whatever makes sense to the other person to do. Because sometimes, maybe you'll just say a whole bunch of random stuff and just try and make it work. I don't know. But that's what I have on my side is the actual physical cards. Since we're doing this, remote. Mitch's going to have this other thing, which is
Wait a minute, who's got a remote?
Well, doesn't everybody have remotes?
I don't have a remote.
I have remotes. I have many remotes.
Okay.
But Mitch is going to use this random sentence generator, which everybody wants to play at home and try with their friends, whatever. You can go to https://www.thewordfinder.com/random-sentence-generator, and you go there and you can pull three phrases just like I'm doing from this box and have a good time.
Yes, sir.
All right. So let me pull up a thing.
You want to go first?
I'm going to pull up a thing on my phone so I can keep track of our scores.
Yeah. We got 3 minutes, right? And that 3 minute marker. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, we can kind of dispense with the 3 minute thing because it doesn't really matter.
We did that last time, and
we never really hit 3 minutes. I don't think we ever did.
No, we didn't.
So it's like, we kind of just let it go.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. You want me to go first or you first?
Flip a coin.
Okay. Shoot. Do I have a coin?
Just do it on the search engine.
Okay. Coin flip. Coin.
Flip your coin.
Flip. Coin flip.
Yep.
Just flip a coin, heads or tails. Okay.
Flip it. All right. Heads I go, tails you go.
That's not like heads I win, tails you lose, is it? Okay.
I don't know. Sure.
Okay, heads is you, tails is me. All right.
Yep.
All right, let's go. Heads. I guess you're going
2
first.
out of 3. 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3.
No, that's fine. I'll go first.
Okay, cool.
All right. So, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Visiting family that you haven't seen in a while is just totally chaotic. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, the biggest thing that always happens is the kids. They see my daughter, and of course, what are all the phrases that they always typically give out to the kids? Oh, how big you are. How beautiful she is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gosh, you're so beautiful. Oh, you've gotten so tall. All those other crazy kind of phrases.
Mm-hmm.
But, it's just, of course, you spend all the time with them. And, of course, what typically always happens whenever you're whenever you're, with family or whatever. Why haven't we seen you that much? What's been
Mm-hmm.
going on? How are things with the family?
Mm-hmm.
What's new with this? What's new with that?
Mm-hmm.
Blah, blah, blah. Okay, look, one of the biggest things that always bothers me the most, Jay, is like, and I have a sister. I love her to death. I truly love her to death. But she's always telling me, just come on down and visit us. It's gonna be fine. We got a room for you. Just let us know. Come on down. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, I get it, but dude, do I really want to drive that far to go see them for the
Mm-hmm.
weekend and then drive back again? I mean, it's like a 6 hour drive to get to them. I don't want to do it. Anyway, so that's my story.
Okay, that's a nice story. And nothing
Yeah.
too outlandish, nothing
No,
crazy.
no.
Starting light, I see.
Well, I did the generate sentences, and that's the three it gave me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
that's easier for you than what mine's gonna be. Let's see. I think it's got to be something that's very generic. Let's see here. So, come on down. Sure, I'll go with that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, let's see. What is it? How big? How big has she gotten, or something like that? What did you say? Something like that. I think it's like,
How
yeah,
um
yeah. Like
how
look how big she's gotten, or something like
how
that.
big you are? Yeah.
Yeah, look how big
Hmm.
you are.
Okay. All right.
And then the other one, I'm just gonna go with a really generic one. What are the biggest things? Mm.
What are the biggest things?
Yeah, one of the biggest things.
One of the biggest things.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
sure.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Uh,
All right. So,
anything, anything.
you got 2 out of 3. You got
Holy
the come
shit.
on down, and you got how big you are. You
Okay,
missed how beautiful she
how
is.
beautiful she is. Okay,
Yep. Yep. I kind of threw them together really quick.
okay. Well, I did
Not
better than I
bad.
thought I
Not
did.
bad.
All
Yeah,
right,
you did. Yeah, you did really well.
all right. So I got two.
All right.
All right, my
Lay it on
turn.
thick for me, buddy.
My turn. All right, let's see here. Oh man, you ever wake up in the morning and just like it's just really out of it, and you're like, man, I need some something that just like kind of like the you when you're getting like alcohol, whatever, and you just got like you need the hair of the dog that bit you, or like you got the if you're taking like their ecstasy or your or your marijuana, it's like or edibles, like the gummy is now kicked in or something, all that kind of stuff. It's like sometimes you wake up and you're just in a funk, right? And then, at some point, you just got to get up and get your day started, And then like for me, like if I'm gonna go like work at like a bank branch, right? And I got to go work on some stuff. And it's like sometimes you get into the bank and you just don't want to go through the day and say like, hey, where do you guys keep your safe? Where's all the where's the ATM? I don't know. It's just it's tough. It's tough when you feel in a funk in a way, right? And then I had to do this last one. You feel the funk in a way, and then I know parents sometimes can really feel the funk when their kids are, you have your kids for so long, you have them for like 18 years, and then they have to go to college, right? And then, I think actually, and then like, I think Dave, right? Doesn't one of his kids goes off to state next year, right? I think they're of that age. I think it's a thing, right? State college over in Michigan. I think it's a thing. I think he was talking about that not too long ago, like
Okay.
last
All
week.
right. All
But
right.
anyway, being in the funk sucks and it ruins your day. That's all.
Okay.
It's very disjointed, but there you go.
It's
They're all
weird.
in
It's
there.
so weird.
They're
It's
in
so
there.
weird.
They're in there.
All right. I think goes off to state is one.
Mm-hmm.
Um, this is so random. Where do you guys keep your safe? Is
Mm-hmm.
got to be number 2.
Mm-hmm.
And hair of the dog that bit you.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, 2 out of 3 for you too. Yeah.
Yes. All right.
So definitely goes off state next year, right?
Yep.
Where do you
Yep.
guys keep your safe?
Yep. Yep.
And the first one, the gummy has now kicked in.
Oh, I wrote that down too. I was like,
Yeah.
that's got to be it. I wrote that one down. All right. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I had 7 things written down.
Yeah. I'm just trying to remember. I'm not writing anything down. But it probably makes
Okay.
sense to write it down, but
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not that smart.
Okay. Well, that's all right. That's
All
all
right.
right. I'll get you. I'll get you this time.
Yeah. Here we go.
Come on. Generate sentences. Why isn't it? Why isn't it working? It's not working. Jay, it's not working.
Not working. Oh, dare.
It's unresponsive.
Oh, dare.
Oh,
How dare they? How dare they?
All right, we're going to close out that window and open it back up again because that
Okay.
just didn't work out right.
All right.
All right,
All
here we
right.
go. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Wow. Oh, God, this is going to be great. This is so weird. Okay. So, back in the high school days, okay, I had a buddy of mine that would come over to my house before we went off to school. My mom would make us breakfast, and so I'd be the lucky one. So she'd usually make a little more for everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
But this one kid literally like would steal stuff from us while we're sitting down eating. It's so crazy. At one point, I think he stole probably like, I don't know, 5 or 6 butter knives from our house. It was very
Okay.
strange.
All
It
right.
was so strange. And I told my mom, and she was like, "How many butter knives did he steal?" And I was like, "You like 4 or 5, Mom." She had to call up his parents and get him back. It was such an odd situation. But uh, but being there, but we would go off to school and we have a couple classes together, and of course, I would think that he would have some interesting stuff, or be able to help me out in the middle of stuff. There was one time, like in the middle of class, the pencil broke in the middle of me taking my test, and I figured I could ask him for a pencil. But you know what? He doesn't have a daggone pencil. It's so weird. I'm like, I don't understand. How is he able to take the test in this? I don't get it. So we had at the same class, we had some like a herbology test or whatever it was, and we could smell all these flowers and things like that. And I gotta say, out of all of them, my favorite one smells like roses. Yeah. So that's pretty much it.
Okay. There are some weird things in there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with that last sentence.
Uh-huh.
My favorite one smells like roses.
Okay.
So there's that weird thing about the pencil, like how, like I figured I could ask him for a pencil.
You figured you could ask him for a pencil?
Yeah,
Okay.
I figured I could
All
ask
right.
him for a pencil.
Okay.
And then, what's the other one? There was a weird one at the very beginning.
Yeah. How weird was it?
It was weird enough that I was like, that's a little strange.
Well, if it's so weird, then how come you don't know it?
Because I'm trying to remember everything else. Let's see here. I'm gonna go with let's see. Oh yeah, the butter knives. How how many
Okay.
butter knives did he steal?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
go with
All
that.
right.
Okay,
All
there you
right.
go. There.
All right.
Anything? Am I close?
All right. So I'm going to give you 2 out of 3 on this one.
Oh,
My
okay.
favorite one smells like roses, and how many
Okay.
butter knives did he steal?
Okay.
But the other one was the pencil broke in the middle of my test.
The pencil. Okay.
The pencil
Yeah,
broke
yeah.
in the
The
middle
pencil
of my
broke my
test.
pencil.
You
Yeah,
were
I knew
close.
something
You were
about
close.
pencils. Yeah, I was
Yep,
like,
you
that's
were
a weird one to
close.
break.
You were very close.
Yeah.
Yep. But
Okay. Okay. Good.
man, that's a
All
rough
right.
one. That's hard.
That's tough. Yeah, that's
That was
tough.
tough.
When they
Yep.
when they give you the weird ones, that's like, all right, how do I make this work?
Right. How do you mix it all together? Because I
Yeah.
have no idea how to mix these
That's
things
what I'm gonna
together.
do
But
now.
hey, we're going random
I'm gonna
here.
try and figure it out now. Yeah, we were talking about infomercials like the other episode, right?
Right.
Yeah, great stuff. As seen on TV, I love all that stuff. Some people that we didn't mention. I mean, I think we did actually. We mentioned the My Pillow guy, right? That weirdo. Like he shows on the thing with the pillow and like puts a drop, like he drops a bowling ball onto one stack, and the other stack he drops a bowling ball and like goes straight through with the My Pillow like fluff.
Sure,
It's
sure,
fine. Yeah,
sure.
that's interesting. Another thing that comes to mind that we didn't do. I don't think it has a spokesperson, But you remember the shake weight, and the shake weight exercises, all that stuff. You remember
Uh
how
huh.
weird that was with the shake weight? Like, you pick up the shake weight and and it's like you're jerking off a turkey or something. I don't know. It's very strange. It's weird because you shake it and they have men doing it like super serious. They made like a shake weight for men, and that was even stranger because like you're having men just do the jerk off motion. That's really weird. I don't like it. Oh, by the way, I'm wearing camouflage underwear in case you wanted to know. There you go.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. All right. The camouflage underwear, that's got to be number one.
Uh huh.
And then jerking off a turkey would be number two.
Uh huh.
And then I'm guessing on this one, the My Pillow guy is number three.
Yep. You have two.
Oh man,
Yeah.
two.
The My
Okay.
Pillow guy. Yeah,
Huh?
I gave up on the camouflage underwear. I had no idea how to work that in. I'm like, by the way, I'm just wearing camouflage.
Oh, God, you said that's what it wasn't jerking off a turkey? Oh,
No,
jeez.
yeah, you're in the right area. It's just very basic. It's shake weight exercises.
Shake weight exercises. Son of a gun.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought about that, but no, that
Yeah.
didn't happen.
Well, because I throw in extra shit that just doesn't make any sense. You know how I do. You know how I do.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. All right. Let's see if I can make something out of this. Let's see if I can let's see about this. All right, so I dated this girl once, okay? And she absolutely hated Christmas. All the more so because her parents loved it. And it was one of the weirdest things. Like, she didn't want to participate in anything at all, you know? I guess the best way of putting it was actions speak louder than words. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's how strict that's how much she didn't like it. Like, she wouldn't participate in anything. Truly wouldn't. And of course, with the holidays being what they were, you would have your craft shows. Now, I know you, Jay, you absolutely love craft shows, man. I know you like going to that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You enjoy doing those kind of things.
Yeah.
But, the way I saw the craft shows for her, for my girlfriend and everything, because I was trying to get her in the spirit of trying to buy stuff, and I was just like, some of these people, they craft a lot of these. Again, it's a craft show, so it's almost like they're some of these places they sell these handmade objects, and that's this main source of income for some of these local people out here. And that's the kind of spin I tried to give her with this to see if I could get her to think of it in a different light. Just not just the holidays. It's about income for some of these people that need that income, and it could be hobbies for some, but it could be serious stuff for others. They try small and they can work themselves big, and they can make it. They can. It's almost like a make or break kind of business in a lot of ways. You know what I mean? But even then, she still wanted nothing to do with it, and I'm sorry, but I had to dump her just for that.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
She's seeing anybody? I could.
That was like let's see, 40. That was 30 years ago. Good luck.
Hey, man, I'm into older women. That's fine.
Uh huh.
Uh, let's see. You had a couple things there.
Uh huh.
I'm going to start off with she absolutely hated Christmas.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. That could be there. That could be a falsehood. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
Let's go also with actions speak louder than words. That was a little
Okay.
strangely placed for me.
Okay. All right. All right. Yep,
Right.
that's fine. That's fine.
And then last one, I'm gonna go with one that's completely left field. I don't know if it's it or not.
Okay.
It could just be one of the really generic ones. Handmade objects.
Handmade objects.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you a credit for all three, sir.
Really?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to give you a 3 for 3
Okay.
because I have she hated Christmas, all the more so because her parents loved it.
Oh, okay.
Then
Right.
actions speak louder than words. You got that one very clearly.
Right.
And selling handmade objects is
Selling
the main
handmade
source of income for locals.
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate the extension on that one. That's pretty good.
Yeah, man. Absolutely, because
Okay.
they're all long sentences.
They are very
It's gonna
long.
be
Those
yeah,
are weird ones. You don't have
yeah,
set
yeah.
sentences, do you? Or what do you have set to?
I just have generate sentences. That's
Generate
it.
sentences? Okay, I
Yeah.
guess that works too.
Type of oh, you know what? That's what it is. I got to turn that off, and I'm gonna turn
Yeah,
questions off too. Okay,
yeah.
we'll do that for next time. So it's
I
just
mean, I also have questions in my thing, so I don't know. Whatever
yep,
you want to make it, though.
yep. No, no, that's fine. It's
Okay.
fine.
Let's see. Let's see if I can come up with a sentence, a thing
Yep.
for these. All right. Let's see. All right. Well, you know me. I'm not much of an outdoors guy. I don't like outdoors. I don't like going out. Like I'm not. I'm very much a homebody. I like staying at home, doing things at home. But I was out in the woods one day. Just because I saw something on TV. I was like, I could do that. I could be a Bear Grylls type dude, right? So I went out and went out with a good friend. Like he was a childhood friend, like from back in the day. We went out to the woods and let's see. We set up our tents and we for some reason we had some axes, right? And
Okay.
yeah, we were like, all right, because we're like, sometimes you gotta have axes, you gotta have some survival kits out in the wilderness, right? So we had our axes, and then we were just swinging those axes around, and I guess we accidentally chopped down a tree. So I was like, well, didn't mean to do that, so I just yelled timber. Because it came down anyway. I was like, well, what are you gonna do? There are a bunch of trees. They'll replace them. It's fine. And then when we were out there, I remember like my friend, like he was itching a lot, and I don't know, he didn't feel well. I guess he was kind of woozy too. So like I straight up I was looking around, like I got his permission first before I did anything. I was like, hey
Okay.
man, can I just make sure you're okay? You just don't seem right. Like can I check you for ticks? Can I just make sure that you don't have anything on you, like no poison ivy? I just want to make sure that you're okay. And then sure enough he was. And then strange thing is like the next day, I remember being home. I don't remember riding my bike home or driving home, anything like that. I just ended up being home, and that's my story of the wilderness.
Wow. Okay. That's wow. All right.
There's a
I don't
lot.
know.
There's a lot.
Yeah,
There's a lot
that's a
to
lot of them.
unpack.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I check you for ticks? I yelled timber.
Uh huh.
I can be a Bear Grylls type dude.
Okay. Okay. I got you on one of those. Yeah.
Oh.
So I
Okay.
just yelled timber. Yeah, absolutely.
Uh
Can't
huh.
check for ticks. Yeah.
Uh
I don't remember riding my bike home.
huh. Aw.
Yeah. You didn't think that was
Yeah.
strange? I don't ride bikes.
I thought it was well. You threw in the car as well, so I
That's
figured you
true.
kind of like fumbled on your words.
I kind of hit it
Yeah,
in
you
there.
threw me off, buddy. You threw me off, you
Yeah,
bastard.
yeah, man. That was a fun one.
Yep. Yep. Okay. Um, so one of the phrases that we typically hear from your parents sometimes,
Hmm.
and when you always not, don't do well in something, especially
Hmm.
when you're like out of school
Hmm.
and you're trying to make it for yourself, but you're kind of still stuck at home or something like that, you know, and you get in a fight with your parents and stuff. What are some of those things that you would say that you would hear from your parents, right? You got to do better,
Hmm.
you know. Um, why can't you be more like your sister?
Hmm.
Hey, if you don't like it, get out. Oh God, what's the other phrase? Shape up or ship out. There you go. That's a good one.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, that's kind of that's kind of a good one.
Wow.
But then you got to retaliate to them half the time too, because it's like, hey, I'm doing the best that I can. I'm trying to make it my way. You
Uh
know,
huh.
just mind your own business.
Uh huh.
Let me be me.
Uh huh.
Don't worry. Be happy.
Hmm.
You know, I mean, you just you gotta be able to have those life experiences. You gotta make your mistakes in life.
Hmm.
You know, you can't just go around and be Mr. Perfect all the time.
Hmm.
So
That's it.
there you go. That's it.
Dang. Okay. Um. Hmm. Well. Hmm. There's a little bit there.
Yeah, yeah.
Gosh. Let's see. Um. Where do I start? You can't go around and be Mr. Perfect all the time. I think that's gonna be
Okay.
a weird one to be in there, but
Okay.
okay.
All right.
Let's see. Don't worry, be happy. That was a little strange.
Okay.
And there's one more, but I can't remember what it is, so I'm gonna go with the other one that I remember, which is
All right.
shape up and ship out.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah.
Oh
I
man.
get any?
Jay.
None.
Jay.
None.
You got 2 out of 3, sir.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yep. You got
That's
Don't
amazing.
Worry, Be Happy, Shape Up or Ship Out.
Uh-huh.
And last one was Mind Your Own Business.
Mind your own business. Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
That one fit in very well.
Yeah, I thought so too. I thought I thought the Ship Up or Ship Out was good.
I thought shape up, ship out, ship out. Yeah, I was like that's. I was debating on it, and I was like,
Right.
all right. I mean, it has to be one of these weird things. I could have also gone with the first one. It's like, what is it? What is the first one you said? Something about doing good or something like that. Like, do better.
Yeah, you can always
Yeah.
do better or
You can
something
always
like
do
that.
better.
Yeah.
Like that
Yep.
could be something that could be
Oh yeah.
generated by it.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I was debating it.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's go with mine. Okay. Let me just say, we live in an age where, like we were talking about in the coffee table, opinions are like assholes, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's
Yeah.
got one. But let me just say, with people that have opinions, whatever it is, just don't be a Karen. Don't be
Right.
that person that's like, oh, I had to tell you my way. I had to force my way in. It's either my way or the highway, whatever. Some of those people, I just want to make them shut up. Just like tell them, like, why just stick a sock in it, or like, how many grapes can you fit in your mouth? Because your mouth is big enough to fit all a whole bunch of grapes. I don't fucking, I hate people that just love to, like, force their perspectives down your throat, right? It really just irritates me to no end. Makes it just it's the worst thing in the world. And really, when I talk to these people, the people that have this problem, I know, they know who they are. It's like I really don't have the bandwidth for this conversation. I don't. It's like it's not something that I want to get into, and I'm here to do me. And you don't agree with what I have to say, and so be it. But just don't be a Karen. That's it. Anyway, I'm done.
Oh, I don't have the bandwidth for this conversation.
Uh huh.
How many grapes can you fit into your mouth?
Uh huh.
My way or the highway?
Yep. 2 out of 3.
Ah, let me guess the other
3.
one. Stick a sock in it.
Nah,
Okay.
it's even more. It's one that I started out with.
Okay.
Don't be a Karen.
Don't be a carrot.
Don't be a
Wow.
Karen.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the bandwidth for this conversation is like, yeah, it's not something. That's not something I would ever say.
Right.
And then the grapes in the mouth. It's like, I don't know how else to put this in here. It's like, all right, you got a big ass mouth, so
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
How many grapes can you fit? I don't know.
Wow. That's crazy.
Oh,
Yeah, I know that you just threw that in there so randomly. It was so weird. Like I'm
yeah,
like, all
I
right,
know.
no.
It doesn't quite work, but hey,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
close. Well,
Yeah. That's crazy. So, all right, you ready for mine?
ready.
All right. So, my cousin Chris got a customized Chevy truck several years back. It's a Sherrod LZ1. Okay. And let me tell you, I've seen my fair share of trucks, but what a big truck! What a big truck! It's truly amazing. Now, what's so interesting about this truck here is, just getting in and out of it. It's a pain. It really is, dude. Like you got to climb into this thing and then climb back out of it. I tried, like he showed me how to get in the very first time, and then he showed me how to get out. And I tried getting out of it, man. And he's laughing at me. He's just, thinking it's hilarious that I'm having all this trouble. It's almost like, say like, hurry up, you slowpoke, because it took me so long to do this thing. It was so
Okay.
crazy. It was so crazy. So unfortunately, he lives down in Florida. He had his truck broken into, okay, and he not only was the truck broken into, but they tried to start it, and when they tried to do it, they jacked the engine all up. They jacked the system all up. He literally drove it down the street, and the sumbitch caught fire.
Oh.
Truly did. Just true story. And as a result of that, he wound up getting himself a rental. But so to roll back a little bit, he actually saw the guy that tried to rob him, because that same guy was also breaking into several other cars in the parking lot as well of his apartment complex. And he swore, that if he ever saw this guy again, he would run his ass down. Well, guess what? He literally saw him like 3 weeks later. He literally saw him 3 weeks later. He ran his ass down with this other truck. I kid you not. Ran his ass down, knocked him down, and literally was like just yelling at him and stuff like that. Pushed him up against the wall. The guy kept coming back at him. He kept on yelling at him like, turn around and face the wall. Get your ass back up there. Don't make me kick your ass, asshole. I mean, all sorts of this great stuff. And literally had held him at bay until the police arrived. Yep.
Interesting.
Yep.
Okay.
True story. I'm being dead serious. He actually did have a Sherrod truck. It's a beautiful custom truck, but it got broken into and all this stuff. And
That's unfortunate.
Oh, it's sad. It's very sad. It was like a $60,000 customized truck.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. Yeah.
What a big truck.
Okay.
Don't be a slowpoke.
Okay.
I think I said that. And then, I was gonna go with the last part until you keep saying that. I mean, I believe you. That's the real story. But then I was gonna go with that thing about like turn face the wall, whatever. That can't be it then. Yeah, screw it. I'm gonna go with that anyway. Turn and face the wall.
Wow. Jay.
0.
Really? Wow. 3 for 3, man.
Holy shit! I got it.
Yep, you got all 3, buddy. You got all 3.
Man,
yep, Look at that. Turn around and face the wall. Hurry up, slowpoke, and what a big truck. Wow, I tried getting them in there, man.
It was tough. It was tough. I was like, I mean, those are the ones that stuck out in my mind.
Oh yeah, I know they stuck out. Yep, they stuck out. Oh come on, it's the same daggone thing. Come on.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
All right.
Let's see here. All right. Well, I'm on Ozempic, right? And that's changed the way I eat.
Yes.
I used to love to eat. I would eat like two servings of 20-piece chicken McNuggets, from McDonald's, all the time. And the 2 large fries. I used to have a 40-count meal that I would get all the time. And, true story. It was a horrible thing to do. Don't do that, kids. And I would go to places like Outback Steakhouse, and I'm not a big steak person, but I love the bloomin' onion. The Outback's bloomin' onion is absolutely delicious. It's deep fried to perfection, and it's just you pull those little petals out, little pieces off, and it's just so good. I think if I was still eating to that extent, I could eat so many of those bloomin' onions, like to the point like I probably had to have like a safety system in place just to make sure I didn't eat too many into like almost like a coma, like maybe like a safe word like pineapples or something completely random like pineapples or squad goals or haunted mansion, moon boots, Slurpees. I don't know, something that someone would recognize and be like, okay, he's had too much. But luckily, Ozempic has changed all that. So, hey, man, big fan of Ozempic. Highly recommend it if you can get it. Great for diabetes, great for overeating. Anyway, that's it.
Oh, my God. Yeah, all right. So, moon boots, a safety system in place, and deep fried to perfection.
You want to try again for any of those?
Because I got nothing, didn't I? I got it all wrong.
You got one.
Wow.
You got moon boots. You were close with that safety system in place. It's just safe word.
Oh, safe word. Okay. All right.
And then the deep fried to perfection, close there too. It's just Outback's bloomin' onion.
Oh my God, that's so sad.
Outback's bloomin' onion. Yeah.
Yeah, I had Outback Steakhouse, and I was like, it's not Outback Steakhouse.
Outback Steakhouse. I mean, their hours are so short for some of these places. Like they only do dinner service, right? It's a real shame because the Outback bloomin' onion is actually delicious.
Right.
Anyway, your
Right.
turn.
All right. So I was never a really good kid in school in the beginning, in like the first grade. Just
Mm-hmm.
is absolutely that's absolutely a true story.
Mm-hmm.
Um, in the first grade, it was really, really difficult for me. My teacher was constantly, trying to get me to pay attention, to focus. I would get up out of my seat and just kind of walk around. I couldn't sit still 3/4 of the time of the day. I was just constantly what's the right word? Wiggly worm,
Mm.
wiggly worm. You know,
Okay.
she'd put me in front and right there at the blackboard, and I wouldn't look at the blackboard, and she's just hollering at me, Mitchell, look at the blackboard. And
Hmm.
whatever, lady, I'm not paying attention to that kind of crap. Who cares? And it would piss her off half the time. And then, you know, what kind of punishment system do they have in place for first graders? It's petty stuff,
Hmm.
right? But eventually I'd tick her off, and she'd be, ticked off at me, and she'd be like, "That's it. Go to timeout." And
Hmm.
I'd have to go stand in the corner. And you know what I did when I stood in the corner?
Hmm.
I fell asleep, you know? Um, but, to me, uh, I didn't really care about it. I thought myself, and of course, every kid knows, especially in first grade, everybody loves the recess time,
Oh.
I mean, yeah, I'd pretend I was like Aquaman, or and play with my friends, and then I'd be like Superman, yelling, "Here he comes to save the day," like an
Hmm.
idiot, that kind of stuff. Or
Hmm.
you'd be like, "I'm Batman," and that
Hmm.
would be, or I mean, what else am I supposed to say? Aquaman, go talk to some fish. Come on, dude, come on.
Hmm.
But or my favorite would also be Star Wars, where I could say, "Luke, I am your father."
Hmm.
I mean, come on, man, who didn't like the Star Wars as a kid?
Yeah.
With the pew 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 and all that fun stuff. It was great. So
Hmm. Okay. The superheroes rant at the end is a little odd. Um.
superheroes rant at the end is very
Yeah.
odd. Okay.
But that's not one of my answers. I'm just saying this is a little strange.
Okay. Uh-huh.
I'm gonna say, I'm Batman.
Okay. All right.
And then look at the blackboard.
Oh,
And I'm
okay.
gonna
All
say
right.
the first sentence the very first sentence he said, where it's what is it? I was never a good kid in school or something like that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, yeah,
So it was, I was never a good kid in school.
yeah. Hmm.
Um, I'm Batman,
And look at the blackboard.
and look at the blackboard.
Yeah,
Do you sure you want to change your answer?
that's all I got. I don't know what I
Okay.
think.
All right. You got one right, sir. It was look
One.
at the blackboard.
Okay, okay,
The other
I'll
one
take it.
is that's it. Go to timeout.
Oh,
And here he comes to save the day.
oh wow. Okay, not the one I thought it was. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Oh.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Yep.
Okay. All right, and let's finish off this round.
Yes.
Let's go ahead with mine, and let's see here. Okay. Um, you ever watch Apollo 13? I think it's like what, Tom Hanks, right? Is that the movie?
Yep.
Apollo
Yep. Yep.
13. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Classic.
Great movie.
Classic. I think it might have won the Oscar. I'm not sure.
Yep.
If it didn't, it
Houston, we
should
have a
have.
problem.
Yeah, exactly. Houston, we have a problem. I mean, it's one of the classic lines. It's a great piece of film history. I think in that movie also it's like didn't they get lost at some point trying to find their way through? I think one of the characters said about trying to find directions, like which way is west? That's west, right? Or maybe they were just trying to add some levity in there at some point. I don't know. I might be wrong.
Okay.
Um,
All right.
but oh man, I'm just so tired. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep track on this story and all this stuff, but man, it just sometimes you gotta get your second win, right? And I'm just really I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to get it. I mean, if I was to like have like a soda or a Slurpee, man, maybe I could. I feel like I'm getting my swagger back. Maybe I don't know. It's not coming to me though. It's been a long day. That's all I gotta say. But there you go. Try and figure out from that. That's all I got.
Wow.
I don't
Okay.
know.
Um,
I don't
Houston,
know.
we have a problem.
Yeah, yeah,
Or
yeah.
Which way is west?
Uh huh.
I feel like I'm getting my swagger back.
Okay. Uh, you have, and we'll be right back after this. No, you had 3 out of 3. I thought
Yay!
you said we had a problem. I was like, oh, great. He said you said we
Yep.
have a problem. I can
Yep.
just get away from it.
Yeah,
And I
I
was
know.
like,
I
nope.
know.
And then you still
Nope.
said it. I'm like, shh, damn it. Oh, you jerk. Which way is
Dude,
west? I was like, I have no idea how to bring that in there.
I know, right?
Like,
It's
okay.
just so random to
Yeah,
put
and
that
then
in there.
the most random one, though, was like, all right, this one has nothing to do with what I'm talking about, so I'm just going to pretend I'm tired.
Right?
But I feel like I'm getting my swagger back.
Swagger back. I know, right? I'm like,
yeah.
no.
No, it's not a
No,
thing. Not a
no,
thing. Not
not a
something I would
thing.
ever say. I would never say
Nope.
that.
Man, you never say that. That's
Nope.
just not a Jayism.
No, it's not. It's not. I have many, but that's not it. One
That's
of them
it.
is like, these people are so fucking stupid. That's one of my.
Yes, great. That's
Uh,
awesome. Love it.
yeah,
love
sure.
it. Love it.
All right. All right, let's tally it up here. Let's see. Okay. Got 2, 2, 3, let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13 for me. All right.
Yep.
And you have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, you lost me by 1 point.
By 1
1
point.
point, man.
Oh, well.
1 point.
Oh, well.
Oh, it's good shit, though. I love
Good
this
game.
I love
Good
this
game.
game.
Good
We
game.
gotta
my
do it with
friend.
other
Good
people
game.
at some point. It probably gets even funnier.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of like,
Oh, yeah.
Cards Against Humanity. You know, you
Yeah,
ever played
yeah,
that?
sure.
That's always
Absolutely. Oh, yeah.
fun. And then
No, my
Apples to Apples.
Apples to apples, yeah. My cousins and I have picked up several card games like that.
Yeah.
I can't think of the one that they just picked up recently. It's actually a really good one too. It's like you talk about like you interview somebody
Oh.
and you give a random card and you have to give random like you have certain cards in your hand and you've got to like sell yourself with these type of skills
Oh,
and
cool.
they're random skills and some of them are really weird like
That sounds
you know
cool.
like one of them is like you wear assless chaps and you have to sell yourself as to why you wear assless chaps. It's so great. It's so great. Yeah.
Okay.
And then they come back and ask questions, and they use certain cards to ask these questions. Like why is your credit score 500 or something like that type thing. It's interesting.
Cool. Yeah, this is definitely a topic that I want to go over is like, cards and games, because there's so many really good cards and games out
Oh
there.
yeah, there's
And
lots
I'm
of good
sure
card
we
games
both
out there.
have a lot of recommendations. I mean, again, Cards
Yeah.
Against Humanity, great. If it's not with your parents, fine, play it.
Cards Against Humanity is very fun.
Yeah,
Even if your parents are in the room, they'll still take offense to it.
yeah, yeah,
And there's plenty of stuff in there that you really need to filter out to make
Yeah.
it more enjoyable. I recommend, oh God, what did it call it? Rando Cardrizian.
Oh, okay.
That's a variation inside the game where you have a rando play. In other words, there is a set. You have another set of cards to the side that is played blindly and randomly.
Oh,
And so yeah, and it's added to the mix. So if you have a play, if you have let's just say you got a group of 5 people, 4 people
Yeah,
going to
then you
hand the judge cards. There is
Yeah.
a fifth set that gets
Fifth,
added to the mix
right.
as well.
Oh, okay. Huh.
And believe it or not, rando wins.
Does it really?
Oh yeah, it's great.
Because
It's
people
absolutely
think it up
great.
in their own head. It's both like, okay, this has an actual logic, even though there is no logic.
Oh
'cause it's
yeah,
random.
or there's no, or it's absolutely hilarious that fits with it. It's so funny that
Interesting.
it goes with it.
That's
and
an
believe
interesting
me,
way to play.
oh yeah,
Okay.
Rando Cardrizian's a fun way to play. Yeah, that definitely spices things up a little
Yeah,
bit.
that's cool.
Yep.
I like that.
And then there's the Tails edition. Have you seen the Tails edition for
No,
Cards
I
Against
don't.
Humanity?
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, Tails 1 and 2 is really kind of neat. Basically, there are like small little cards that are given, and it has like a random thing. It's like, pick something of some type, if you will, and then from whatever card you have in your hand, you pick out that question, and then it gives you like a list, depending on how many depending on how many of the cards there are. Usually, it's like 19 or 18 of them, something like that. Like double-digit numbers, and you break it all down to like player one gets card one, player two gets card two, card three, card four, so on and so forth. And even the reader can also pick like two cards as well. And then what happens is you kind of pick out all these cards at random, and then the reader tells the story, and he's like, once upon a time, A, and he flips over card A, such and such happened. And then he's like, with this happening as well, from card number one, that person reads out what card number one is. And then they continue on the storyline and add two, and then add three, and add four, and you make an interesting story out of it all. It's really neat. It's fun. I
Sounds
definitely
cool.
recommend it.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yep.
We'll have to take a look at that
Yeah.
during that episode whenever we drop that out.
Yeah, man.
We'll check that out.
Yeah, man.
That's going to do it for the topic of the week and for another edition of the Slip It In game. We'll try this again, I'm sure, at some point. But that's
Yes.
it for this, and we'll be right back with the coffee table. See y'all soon. A coffee table book is designed primarily for display and casual perusal, rather than to be read from cover to cover. These books showcase topics that act as a conversation starter for guests. This is the Google AI overview for what is a coffee table book. Each week we read and discuss such books with or without the coffee. Pull out a chair and take a seat at the coffee table. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good
Howdy,
morning,
howdy.
Mitch. How are you? How are you, Mitch?
Oh man, I'm doing superb, sir.
Doing
I'm
well?
doing
All
absolutely
right.
superb. Yep.
Well,
Woke
you
up
know,
this morning
yeah.
feeling fine.
Okay, good.
There's something special on my mind.
Oh, is this a song? I don't know it.
Uh-huh. Yep.
You gotta tell me what this is. I don't know what song. It's gonna bother
What?
me. I need to know what song it is.
Something tells me I'm into something good.
Oh, wow. Is that the lyrics? Okay. I didn't know. Well, all I know is y'all gonna make me lose my mind. Up in here.
Up in here.
So anyway, Mitch, me and the kids, right? We're going out to the park, and and then Galvin comes along, and
Uh-huh.
and
Yep.
then he says like, you're going too fast on the rides, and I said, you know what, Galvin, life's too short, So me, the kids, and the husband, we're just walking around, and
What?
I don't
Okay.
know. I
don't know where you went with that one, man.
I
But
don't
okay.
know. Just
Wow.
live with Regis and Kelly.
Oh, okay.
Never
Yep.
stop talking about
That's
them
right.
because
That's exactly.
I mean, my mom used to watch them all the time. She
Oh
used to
man,
watch,
I'm guilty.
Yeah, live with Regis and Kathy Lee, and
Absolutely.
then live with Regis and Kelly. Never
Yep.
watched
Yep.
the live with Kelly and somebody else. Never did that. But
I don't remember.
Yeah, and
They used
really
to have a couple
after-
fill-ins every now and again, but I
Yeah.
just remember Regis and Kelly, and then
well,
Regis and somebody else.
yeah. Well, I'm talking about like the actual. The show when Regis
Yeah.
completely left, and then Kelly was the top
Oh
host.
yeah,
Nothing
I stopped
against
watching
Kelly.
it after that. Really,
Nothing
I really
against
stopped
her, but it's
watching after
different.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just different.
Yep.
I don't know, but anyway,
I think I just phased out of it at that point in my life because I had other shit going
yeah.
on.
And then morning talk shows are just
Morning talk shows.
There's something, yeah. Morning talk shows and and talk radio, morning radio shows. It's all
They
kind
go
of
through
the
their
same
phases,
bucket.
man.
It's just sometimes everybody listens to them eventually, and then
Oh, yeah.
at some point you just get out of it.
Yep. Yep.
It's like when you have Today's Show with the 2 hours, and the third hour you get Kathy Lee and Hoda. It's like everybody's tuning out at that point. No one cares.
Right? I mean, who's that?
I don't
What?
know.
I
Kathy
don't
Lee and
get
Hoda, they got the third hour. It's like, why are they on for 3 hours? Like, I don't
know.
understand. Why
Yeah,
does
it's
it have to
kinda
be
weird.
3 hours? That's very strange.
Yeah,
I don't know.
exactly.
Nothing against Kathy Lee and Hoda. I'm sure they're lovely people. But
Yeah, I mean,
it's not
dude,
for
I
me.
got into Sports Center for a while. Not Sports Center. Oh my gosh, who were they? They were on ESPN. It was Mike and Mike in the morning. Yep.
Oh, okay.
On ESPN. Yep.
Sure.
I used to
Yeah.
watch them
Yeah.
religiously, man. It was so good. And I could listen to them too because they're on the radio. So I'd either
Mm.
watch it or I'd listen. And most of the time I'd be listening to them in the mornings. And they had good stuff, man. Really
Mm.
did. But once, just kind of phase out of it. And that's just how it
Yeah.
goes.
Eventually, you just get past it and you just go back to listening to podcasts like ours. Hey
There
guys,
you go.
go
Hey,
ahead and
how you
listen to
doing?
Lumpy and Latkes. It's not Loopy and Lockies in the morning, but it certainly can be if you play us in the morning.
That's
Play us
right.
in the morning, in the evening. Put us on loop. Just have us at volume one. It has to be at least one on Spotify or YouTube,
That's right. That's
whatever.
right. To
That
get
way,
credit.
I actually count and we'll get
That's
credit.
right. That's right.
Otherwise, you listen to it on mute doesn't mean anything.
No, doesn't mean
So
shit.
you have to listen to at least one. Put
That's
it on
right.
one, but you know what? Put it on one, and then turn the speakers away from you. It's fine. Just keep us playing somewhere, please.
That's right.
Please and
Please.
thank you.
Uh-huh.
Anyway,
Sure.
anyway, just
Wow.
follow us.
That-
Follow us
was
on
that
our
was that a
Podbean.
beg? Are you begging?
Hey, I'm begging. I'm on my
Oh,
knees and
man.
I'm begging you. Put your loving hands out, baby. Yeah. I don't know.
Oh man.
Follow us on
Okay.
our Podbean or YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, plenty of other
Amazon
places.
Music.
Amazon. There are other ones that are minor places that we're at too, but best place to find us is our Facebook. But anyway, let's get into this. So this morning I have just orange juice. That's it. Tropicana.
Just Tropicana OJ.
I-
Got lots of pulp, no pulp.
I had no more coffee left in the house, and I didn't want to go out and get any because it's too early in the morning and it's cold and it's freezing. So I was like,
Yeah.
you know what? Just some OJ, no pulp. I had to go with no pulp. I do not like pulp.
Well, I understand that. I can agree with that. I can sympathize with that. But today I'm actually just going to have because again,
You're having
too
just the
much
pulp.
sugar.
You're having my pulp. You took my. Is that where my pulp goes?
No, not at all. I don't like pulp either.
a
No,
glass full
not
of
happening. Sorry. So that's so disgusting.
That's gross.
Oh my God, that would
Anyway,
be so gross.
you were gonna say.
Oh, I don't remember what I was going to say now.
I don't
I'm thinking
know.
about is that pulp. Oh God, ew! Just imagine somebody drinking that. Oh God, no, please.
Oh.
Oh, that's like a dare in my mind.
Yeah,
That's all I'm thinking.
I'm waiting for Tropicana to drop that. Tropicana all pulp. Tropicana all pulp. And someone's going to buy it.
Oh, just imagine the commercial of that. Of the guy opening up the container.
Pouring it out. And it comes out in chunks. Plop, plop.
Oh man,
That's how I get my day started. Yeah, great.
Ooh, buddy.
Oh, gross.
So gross. That'd
Anyway.
be horrible.
That's terrible.
Oh God. Ooh man. All right. We're
Uh-huh.
good, right?
Yeah, we're good. What? No, what are you drinking, though? What are you drinking?
Not the pulp.
No, certainly not that. Oh, I got the prototype, though. It's in my fridge. I'll get
Man,
that
we're
later.
gonna look. Just call up Tropicana and ask them what do they do with their pulp.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
want to sell it.
Yeah, we're gonna do a deep dive. We're gonna go on the news. It's gonna be
Yep.
an international story. Here's what they do with the
Exactly.
pulp. What they do with the pulp
Exactly.
is they turn it into pulp bread. It's
Uh-huh.
available in certain countries.
Yep.
You have to ask for it by name.
Okay.
Anyway, what are you drinking though? What are you drinking?
Just having regular coffee, man.
Okay,
with the
great.
French vanilla creamer.
Hey,
Keeping
wonderful.
it simple today, baby.
That's great.
All right. Oh, God. No pulp. No
Okay.
pulp.
Hey, it's a normal morning then. Okay, cool.
It's a normal
Orange
morning.
juice and coffee with creamer. That's great. What kind of creamer?
all
What
right.
kind of creamer did you say?
French
You got
vanilla.
French
French
vanilla.
vanilla.
Okay.
Yep. Just
I like
simple
French
vanilla.
vanilla. I like Irish cream.
Nah, not
Yeah.
a big ice cream fan.
Oh, ice
They used to
cream's
have
good.
they used to have a chocolate creamer, man, that I would die for. It was so delish.
That
But
sounds
then
good.
all of a sudden it just disappeared.
What,
It's probably like we found out it was bad. It's bad for you, so they stopped
Oh.
making it.
I mean, everything's bad for you. Like potato chips
Yeah,
are bad
but
for you. They
this
give you
was really
cancer and
bad.
stuff. Yeah, whatever.
That's right.
The what kind of creamer though? Like what brand? Is it International Delight?
I don't remember.
It's gotta
I-
be the
honest to
International
goodness.
Delight.
It's
That's the good
probably
one.
so. Probably
That's a
so.
good one. Coffee Mate's okay, but I don't know. International Delight's always been my favorite.
Okay. It's
You know,
whatever
the true story.
whatever
I
we-
used I used to get the little boxes of the creamer, like in the little they're in the
Yeah,
little
the little
individual
single
things,
dispenser ones.
and I would
Yeah,
just
yeah.
drink them like shots.
Oh, no
It
way.
was terrible, but I used to do
Oh
that.
God, that's terrible.
They're delicious, though. Don't do that.
Yes.
Don't do that at home, kids. Don't do that. Do not do that. I'm just saying. Instead, get the big glass of pulp. That's what you
Oh
want.
yeah.
Go ahead, kids. It'll make your muscles real strong. Get,
Oh Lord, that's great.
uh,
Love it. Absolutely love it.
God, terrible. All right,
Oh, no.
let's go on. Let's do
All
some
right.
actual
So,
reading here, eh?
yes, sir. All right. So this one is from what's his name again, Jay? I'm
Mike
forgetting his name.
Nelson.
Mike Nelson. Sorry.
Yeah, Mr.
Yep.
Science Dealer.
This one. Yep. This is animals worth saving. People seem to have generally favorable attitudes toward animals, especially the furrier ones, and the bigger the eyes, the better. It seems to be a truism that we should try to be kind to animals and protect them, to give them land to roam on, pat their heads, provide seed bells, and pieces of pricey romaine lettuce. But does this make sense? Are animals as fondly disposed toward us as we try to be toward them? What I'm saying is, what have animals ever done for us? Just as an example, do you think spitting cobras give a tinker's dam whether we live or die? Do you think they're concerned about preserving our habitat and making sure we're not exploited? Oh, you could try asking one, but I'm fairly sure his answer would involve deadly neurotoxins being directed at your eyes. What are animals up to? Will they ever organize like the Planet of the Apes, requiring us to send a representative in a loincloth? For the answer, let's start at the bottom of one-celled animals, so called only because one-celled things was deemed too vague. If you look closely, and you have to, amoebas are not really animals at all. Any animal worth his salt would at least snap at you or try to get you with his powerful hind legs when you attempt to capture him. Not the amoeba. The most it will do is to extend some of its cytoplasm outward, forming what are called pseudopodia or false feet. And even that term is extremely generous. You will note that extremist animal liberation organizers are largely unconcerned with the unethical treatment of amoebas, and rarely do they break into laboratories to free them. None of their chants contains the word paramecium, despite it being such a natural for a slogan like, let's go and free some jailed paramecium by 2 and 3 free some amoeba. Wow. I think it's because they have looked as affectionately as they could into an amoeba's beady little nucleus and not gotten a whole lot back. One can't really blame them. The same is true for invertebrates, but you can sometimes see a tiny spark of life in their eyes, though often it's simply a fleck of slime. The sea sponge, for instance, is emotionally distant, and if it offers you a wave of its flagellum, you can count yourself lucky for having seen such an ostentatious display of affection. Likewise, the flatworm, although it will be more than happy to give you dysentery if it has half a chance. The loriciferan is a small invertebrate that is so dull scientists decided not to even discover it until 1974, and then ignored it until 1983, when someone standing in a lab with his hands in his pockets was given an assignment to classify it just to keep him busy. The largest of the invertebrates is this giant squid, and its behavior is pretty much what you'd expect. To mate, the male places a packet of sperm off in the female's oviduct or in a vessel below her mouth. Thanks, lover, she says sarcastically in reply, but the male is too dense to realize he didn't exactly rock her world. He jets off in a cloud of ink and brags to his friend, who have to frisk him for his packet of sperm before they'll believe him. With birds, we get to closer animals as we know them. They have a spine, though they seem to lose it when being chased by a lousy cat, a brain, and a crude sense of humor. What is disturbing, however, is that at least one of their species, the ostrich, can reach weights of more than 300 pounds, meaning, I think, that when push comes to shove, the ostrich could clean my clock, and I'm not comfortable with that. I want to know in advance of any fight with a bird that I have a better than average chance of winning, even if I haven't trained that hard for it. I'm not saying there's anything we can or should do about it. I just want to say all ostriches out there, we're cool, right? Of all the hundreds of species of birds, the unluckiest is perhaps the chicken, a flightless bird that has an extreme bad fortune to be flavorful. It's also a powerfully stupid animal, even as animals go, and if the other animals feel any measure of sympathy toward the chicken, they don't let on. For they know that the presence of a chicken takes the heat off of them and lessens their chances of ending up dead, wearing a tight jacket of oil, crumbs, and 17 herbs and spices. One bird that simply has to stop calling itself a bird is the hummingbird, which is really a moth. If it won't eat the seeds I set out for it, but rather requires a special syrup prepared in just the right proportion of water to sugar, colored red, and served in a special container all its own, it cannot expect to be called a bird. I do not take special orders from my own children, and I certainly won't from anything weighing less than an ounce. Not until we get to mammals are we truly talking about animals. Live birth is extremely difficult and complicated, and not just for the father. Until birds and other beasts can commit to the sacrifice of live birth, they're just not on the team and will continue to eat their eggs or throw them on Halloween. One animal that has tried to make an effort is the duck-billed platypus. It has taken steps and shown a willingness to advance by adopting breastfeeding. However, it has doggedly stuck to its egg-laying ways and should therefore never have been put on the mammalhood voting ballot. The big hitters are really your dogs, your beavers, lions, horses, capybaras. These are all great, great mammals and a credit to their spines. But there are some animals who, quite frankly, give us a bad name. Kitty's hognose bat, for instance, is only an inch long and weighs less than a tenth of an ounce. Worst of all, it's called Kitty's hognose bat. It's not Candy Joe Reese's great horned owl or William Billy Ray Trent's Bengal tiger. So why is Kitty, who sounds like she might be a drugstore clerk, allowed to have her name attached to tiny bats? Anyway, to be worth anything at all, and mammals should be able to roar or meow or at least give off a decent sounding panic squeak. But Kitty went ahead and named a bat that is too small to do anything remotely that robust. I think it's time to call Snyder's Drug, ask for cosmetics, and when Kitty picks up, break the news to her that her bat has been downgraded to a fungus. Rats as well should have their mammalhood revoked, not because they don't qualify genetically, but on charges of moral turpitude. There are only so many great plagues that you can cause before you have to take responsibility. In the trial against them, their bald tails, so horrible and unmammally, should be admissible as evidence against them. Bravo, though, to those mammals that represent the class with distinction and style. Camels, thank you all. You are strange and interesting, yet as comfortable as an old shoe. Elephants, take a bow, unless it's hard on your knees. Walruses, drop some weight and catch a shave. You'll be up there with the best of us. Yes, animals perhaps are worth saving as long as they get the rules straight. Stop poisoning us and lashing us with stinging tails, scorpions, stingrays, you hear that? Or swallowing us whole. Keep the loud cries down a little and make them less hair-raising in general. Watch the stampeding and never fly in and decimate entire crops. Finally, animals, clean up after yourselves, like the common Bigfoot. They stay out of the way and don't leave their scat or decaying bodies laying around. They're the perfect animal. Take a page out of their book and you'll get more respect from us.
Man,
Wow.
that's a lot, and he went over a lot of animals. That was a lot
Dang,
of
he like unloaded on them all.
yeah.
I mean, he's basically, just telling us he went up the food chain more or less.
Straight up. It's an interesting thing to put forward. It's like animals being worth saving. It's like, yes, I think so. Because it's interesting because animals, of themselves are primal. They don't think like we do. They do have thought processes, of course, but they're not as fully formed as we would want them to be.
Right. Right.
Even though we tried to make devices to make that happen,
Right.
like there was that dog collar that we both saw before that, translates their barks.
Right. Yeah.
into
Yeah.
actual
Yeah.
Things he
Yeah.
can use.
We actually thought it was going to happen too, man.
Yeah.
And wah, wah.
Yeah, didn't happen. Well, it did happen, but it didn't actually work right, so they stopped making it.
That's right.
But I think that was a Japan invention. But either way, there are very smart animals out there.
Sure.
Like look at the work of Dr. Jane Goodall, right? Look real. There was that gorilla that was very intelligent and
absolutely
could I think it even learned how to sign and stuff.
Sure did. Oh yeah, learn how to sign
language.
and showed feelings and everything else. Yep.
Which is crazy. It's like animals can be very intelligent, but at the same time, they're still animals. They're never going to be exactly like you and me. They're never going to be humans and think the way that humans do. They have their own perspective. But it's very interesting in the way that we value more animals than others. People love dogs, people love cats. But when it comes to spiders and scorpions and bugs and stuff, it's like not everybody loves those, and I get that because I don't either. But at the same time, it's like it's weird the way that the mind works and the way that our feelings work towards certain animals. Like we love these things, but these things are also fuzzy, but we don't love them.
Yep. That's true.
Yeah, I don't know. What's your take on all this?
I say, and yet we are the ones that will ultimately be our own undoing, and majority of these creatures that are out here will still survive.
Yeah.
Because they've learned harmony in their own ways and learned to get along with life the way it's supposed to be. We're the only ones that that truly matter.
Yeah. We're the only ones that think in ways of separating ourselves out by things that are sort of superficial.
I guess it's interesting to put it because it says animals worth saving. Heck, are we worth saving? Because a lot of times we're not.
AI doesn't think so. We've seen that multiple times, where AI thinks that we are the problem. It's in movies, and it's in stuff that it comes out all the time. It's like, human, you are the issue. We're going to eliminate you. That's a problem. And that's come up, and it's come up as in actual court cases where people have gotten into, legit been, the subject of self-harm and suicide because of the things that AI said. So, at some point, it's all a question of how do we decide who has the final say on what is important? Humans think that we're the most important because we're at the quote-unquote top of the food chain, but it's like, lions can eat us. Things eat us all the time.
That's
stuff
right.
happens.
That's right.
And that even brings into a bigger question of we don't really talk about this here, but religion. It's like, all right, if you really want to get into it, God is the one that's really at the top of the food chain. He's the one that's going to decide whether or not you're supposed to,
100%,
or whatever you believe your higher power is. Not trying to be controversial. I'm just saying, there's always something greater than you, greater than us that's out there. That even on this earthly plane,
I
you could
believe
also
in
go
that.
with paranormal. The paranormal and aliens, extraterrestrials.
Honestly, look, we can't be the only ones out there. That's all
True.
I'm saying.
To think that we're the
that's how
only
I
things
feel.
out there is a huge fallacy because of the fact that we only know about what's out there in the known universe.
That's
There's
right.
so much more out there than that.
That's right.
And,
to say we're the only ones is very ignorant.
Very
in a lot of ways.
Yes. But we got way past where animals come from. But
either way, taking a deeper dive.
And that's stuff that we'll get into on another. We really got to get that conversation going too. Because we have
which one?
We have that as a topic. Where what is it called? Paranormal and stuff.
Oh yeah, the paranormal ones. Oh yeah,
that's something that we could really.
Just dive into.
Yeah. Oh Oh yeah, the holster's in the ice boxy. But yeah, I mean, we love dogs, we love cats, we love furry things, but not the creepy crawlies. I don't know.
Well,
I
I
guess
mean,
some
I'm
people
not. I'm not a
some
huge fan
people
of
do.
creepy crawlies. Don't get me around a spider. I don't want a spider. Sorry,
Yeah,
spider's
yeah,
not up my alley. Neither of these damn cockroaches and shit.
right.
That kind of stuff. That's just
They're the
unfiltered,
ones who will really
green
live. The
crap. Oh man,
cockroaches.
cockroaches will
Yeah,
survive everything. Damn
yeah.
it, and that's
Even
what
past
sucks.
radioactive
right.
waste and shit. They'll
That's
still
it.
be here.
That's right. Yep.
But anyway,
It'll just be Wally and that damn roach.
yes, yes. Oh man, that's a good movie though. That really is.
Yep.
Eva.
That's
Anyway,
right. So
yeah. Anyway, all right, cool.
yeah, man.
That's good. That's a really good
I
one.
like it. Yep,
I
it
like
is.
that one.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let's move on here to the other book, Stupid History.
Stupid history.
Stupid History by Leland Gregory. As Good as Gold. As a prospector in Colorado in the 1860s, John Howard was unfamiliar with civil law, but he was well versed in mining laws. So when his wife, Mary E. Howard, sued for divorce, John did not contest it. Instead, he sent a quitclaim deed to the Denver City Court of Chancery. And that claim is as follows. I, John Howard, of Cannon City, of the first part, do hereby give, grant, bargain, convey, and quitclaim all my right, title, and interest in the following real estate, to wit, the undivided whole of that ancient estate known as Mary Howard, the title of which I acquired by discovery, occupancy, possession, and use, situated at present in the town of Denver, Jefferson Territory, together with all the improvements made and erected by me, whereon, with all the rents, profits, easements, enjoyments, long-suffering, and appurtenances. Thereto in any wise appertaining unto, and there's a blank, of the second part, to have and to hold unto the said blank, so long as he can keep her, without recourse upon the grantor or endorser. In testimony whereof I have hereunto set my hand and sealed this the 24th of January, 1861, signed John Howard, signed in the presence of A. Rudd, clerk of District Court. You'll notice that John courteously left a blank space in case Mary's future marital prospects panned out. Huh. Okay.
Okay.
That's a weird one.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. So I
Yeah.
guess he was the first one to do a quitclaim deed.
Yeah, a quitclaim deed, which I don't.
Yep.
What is a quitclaim?
A
Explain that to
quitclaim
me.
deed is it's a document that transfers from one person to another, especially like for property transfers from one person to another, and it's without making any guarantees about the title's validity and stuff like that.
So is it
It's
like a prenup in a way?
So it's for
Something
like no
similar?
warranties. If you're selling something as is, assuming all risks and
Yeah.
everything, they make no promises about owning the property, stuff like that.
So he made like basically
Primary use
like
for
this.
non-sale trusted transfers, a family gifting, moving property into an LLC, and
So
things
she
like
just
that.
sued for divorce, but he treated her like a piece of property, basically.
Yep, yep,
Yeah,
pretty much.
Well, it is the 1860s. It was a
Yep,
different time.
yep, exactly.
Yeah, it's strange.
Yeah. But nowadays it has to be in writing, signed by both parties, and be notarized. And technically nowadays it has to be recorded with the local county clerk's office to protect against future claims.
Huh. Okay. I had no idea. I didn't know that was a thing going on. Okay.
Like if so, for example, God forbid, your mom just says, you know what, here you go, here's the house. She could do a quick claim deed and transfer it over.
Okay.
A lot of people when they form LLCs these days, they will just quick claim stuff into the LLC to make it easy. Again, it still has to be filed with the county clerk's office
Okay.
or the city or whatever it is, you know,
Okay.
to say, hey, you know what? I have an LLC now. I want my
Yeah.
LLC protected. My car is going to be under the LLC. So
Okay.
you do a quick claim into the LLC, and the car is
So
now
ins-
covered under the LLC.
Right. So instead of having to have like a full power of attorney, or whatever, this is just straight up. It's just like, okay, it's in the thing. So this is what you
Exactly.
get. Okay.
Exactly.
For that
So you could do
specific
that.
item.
Exactly. So you can do stuff like that for specific items or properties or things like that. Yeah, it's just moving stuff
I
around.
never knew that. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
I learned something today.
Yeah,
Okay.
man.
All right, let's go on to another one.
Yeah.
Two kings, three queens, and a big joker. In 1939, during a trip across Canada, King George VI and his wife, Queen Elizabeth, were greeted by Canadian Prime Minister Mackenzie King. The mayor of Winnipeg and his wife, Mr. and Mrs. John Queen, also greeted them. So, in a bizarre but true variation of Abbott and Costello's famous Who's on First routine, that's kind of relevant to us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's a partial transcript from the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation announcement of the event.
Okay.
There's the king, he's stepping out, followed by Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth, nattily attired in a silver coat. Mr. King is now shaking hands with the king and introducing Mr. Queen to the king and queen and then Mrs. Queen to the king and the king. They are now proceeding up the steps to the well-decorated city hall, the king and Mr. King together, with the queen being escorted by Mrs. Queen. The king leaves Mr. King and goes to Mrs. Queen, and the queen and Mr. King follow behind. Huh.
That's
They really
awesome.
did that? They really... I guess that's true, because it's like,
Yeah, exactly.
Mr. and Mrs. John Queen.
Yep.
Wow, that's funny. And then
That is
Prime
crazy.
Minister Mackenzie King. That's a funny... Okay.
Yeah,
Huh.
that's definitely a Who was on first kind of thing.
1939. I wonder if that's recorded
Wow.
anywhere. It's probably on YouTube. I'd like to hear them actually say it.
Canadian what now?
Canadian Prime Minister.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything, sir.
Yeah. Maybe that was before a time that they started recording everything. Like, cause, everything before we got to...
Oh, wait a minute. Rare color footage surfaces of 1939 Royal visiting Winnipeg.
Okay.
Maybe that's what this is. Nah, this is just footage.
Just footage.
Not
Doesn't
hearing
have the
anything.
actual- okay.
Yeah, I'm not hearing anything.
All right, fair enough.
Yep. Hang
Well,
on.
you know.
I'm trying to see if there's anything else. All right.
That's very interesting. That's very on topic for us, and that's funny that they had that in there at all because we did that episode. Everybody go watch it if you haven't already or listen to it. For what is it? Classic comedy, I think is what we called it, right?
I believe it's what we called it. Classic comedy.
Classic
Sir.
comedy. Mm-hmm. It's pretty good. It's pretty good, and that's very funny. That's in here.
Yeah.
Let's do one more here. You're not in Kansas anymore. They're some of the most famous footwear in history, the ruby red slippers Dorothy wore in The Wizard of Oz. But in L. Frank Baum's original novel, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz from 1900, he had her wearing silver slippers.
Oh.
So why did they change it in the movie? Because when they shot in Technicolor, red looked more brilliant than silver. Huh. Okay, that's all that I had in that one. You know those slippers also, they never found the original slippers. They went missing. They were stolen.
Really?
Yeah, so they have replica slippers from the set that weren't used on screen, like actual slippers that were made from the real thing. But
Right.
the ones that she wore, the ones that actually Judy Garland wore,
Right.
they're gone. No one's ever found them. It's a weird thing.
Huh.
I saw that in many YouTube videos. People that go to could they have Wizard of Oz theme parks and museums? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and that's a thing that goes on. Pretty cool. I mean, that's interesting stuff. I mean, I didn't know that they were silver first. That's makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
red. You want it to be more interesting, more fantastic on TV and well, I guess in film. And also because it's Technicolor. It's like Technicolor was that big thing before they had, just regular. I don't know.
Huh.
Like the Wonderful World of Color from Disney, right?
Right.
They had that, and then everybody's so fascinated by color TV. And you ever watch that clip of there's certain clips of when they went from black and white to color and they did it live on TV.
Right.
Yeah, those are interesting to watch. Those.
Yeah, they are. Absolutely.
Those
Yeah.
interesting transitions. It's like,
Yeah. Mhm.
Same thing with when they went from standard or analog to
Digital.
to digital. Or,
Yeah.
or HD.
Such a huge change as
To
far
watch
as that
the
goes.
instant change is just
Yep.
crazy.
Oh,
the fact
dude,
that yeah.
Just to see it go backwards, man, is crazy. I was just watching, honest to God, I was watching the Golden Girls the other day because, we started singing at one of the episodes not
Right.
too long ago. So
Yeah.
I just got nostalgic and started watching Golden Girls. And that's
Hmm.
in 4:3
Yep.
ratio.
Right.
And it is all pixelated. And
Yep.
it does not translate well into the newer technology.
No.
It does not translate at all. I need like an old TV to make this sucker work out and
Yep.
work well.
Yep. That's right. But yeah, I mean those are pretty interesting. I mean those are all very good things from these books, and that's going to do it for us here at the coffee table because we got less than a minute.
Oh boy.
But yeah, we'll be right back because we're out of coffee. Well, you're out of coffee. I'm out of orange juice, but we still got that thing of
Got
pulp.
that big old gallon of pulp, baby.
Yeah. And now it's time for this you call news.
And now for the Call News, we have our good pal Jay of Lumpia and Latkes. Jay, what have you got for us?
Well, good sir, we have an article from The Sun.
Oh, your favorite place.
Well, it's one of my favorites. I mean, I think my real favorite is what is it?
New York Times?
New York,
No,
New York
the
Post.
York Post.
New York Post.
Yep,
That's
yep,
my
yep.
real favorite. But The Sun is also pretty good. I guess I'm one of those people that's going to read the tabloids every now and then. I don't know.
Yep.
Either way.
Yep.
This one is
I
called...
gotta get my tabs in.
Yeah. Can you start me a tab?
It's sweeps week.
Sweet week, yeah. Sweet week. I gotta get it done for sweet week. You understand?
That's it.
Yeah. This one is called Final Days Until Retailers Roll Out Shopping Cart Change Under New January 15th Law as Officials Threaten $1,000 Fines. That's a long-ass title.
Wow.
Published January 11th, 2026. Let's see. Okay. Shoppers are set to experience a change in a matter of days as retailers are being forced to take action under a new January law. Failure to comply with the new rule will see fines of up to $1,000 handed out in the latest law to hit in 2026. It comes as city leaders in Phoenix, Arizona, aim to crack down on a huge retailer issue that is seeing streets filled and littered with abandoned shopping carts. From January 15th, all retailers in the city will have to fit locking devices to their shopping carts, or they will have to hire a cart retrieval company and register online to confirm they are complying with the new law. City officials were forced to take action after increased complaints about eyesores and the rising cost of having to collect dumped shopping carts. In 2024 alone, over 7,800 shopping carts were rounded up at a cost from over 640 stores. Retailers that fail to follow the new law will face an initial fine of $500, which will increase to a $1,000 fine for the third violation within 3 years. The new law that began in October requires them to annually sign a cart certification detailing their methods of tackling the issue by January 15th. These carts, often left behind without retailers having any meaningful retrieval plan, are not just annoyances, Council Member Betty Guardado said in September. They obstruct sidewalks, clutter public spaces, and contribute to the deterioration of our community's appearance and quality of life. Other cities have already rolled out similar laws, including Eureka, California, where retailers will have to pay up to $50 per cart that is found abandoned off-store property. In some U.S. states, shoppers themselves can even be fined up to $2,500 for taking a cart off store property without permission. retailers being forced to roll out such changes have different cart locking systems. For example, Aldi uses a quarter system to use the carts, and then you have to return them to unlock your quarter again. But other stores like Kroger have rolled out the wheel locking and sensor technology that has been dubbed annoying by customers who have struggled to get their cart to the parking lot. Others have complained that the wheel locks make them feel like a criminal, as retailers also roll them out in a bid to prevent theft. So, this is
Interesting choice.
Yeah, this is something that's near and dear to our hearts. Carts, right?
Man,
carts. We hate carts. I retrieve
I
carts.
used to push
I think
them.
you retrieve. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's not fun, and the fact that something has to be done, right? They have to do something because this is a problem everywhere, not just Phoenix. This is a problem everywhere, especially in Walmart.
Sure, to some extent, yeah, I guess so. I mean, I'm not too familiar with the Walmart aspect of things, but I am familiar with picking up shopping carts from grocery stores. I did it for many years, and I have to say, for all personal fairness, if it wasn't within the parking lot or deemed within a certain area, then I'm not going to get it. It's not happening. Okay,
Yeah,
it's
fair.
just not going to happen. If
fair.
I don't see it. If I don't see it, I'm sorry, I can't get it.
If it's not within
That's
the
just how it is.
confines of the parking lot, you shouldn't have to get
Right.
it. That's
Exactly.
beyond.
Exactly.
That's above and beyond what you're paid to do.
As someone that would pick up shopping carts, being a bagger or cashier
Right.
or DSM, whatever.
Right.
So in that whole respect, sorry, if it's not within the confines of our parking lot, and again, it all depends if you're in a shopping center or not. Not going to go ahead and grab it, but I do understand the dilemma that some people are seeing, and maybe I can you put a dollar amount on it? I don't know, but they clearly have.
They have.
So,
Yeah.
and that's fine. But to find a shopping cart from TJ Maxx or Kohl's or wherever it is, several miles down the road, upside down, or whatever you want to say, so that because it's been taken because somebody needed it for whatever purpose it was, whether nefarious or
oftentimes you'll
not.
see it many times with a homeless person will have one of those carts just rolling around to carry their stuff in.
Not judging in that particular regard. But I think what they're referring to is the abandoned ones.
Yeah, the abandoned ones.
You
The
know,
ones that are
and
just
things
sitting
like
out
that.
there that
Yep.
no one does anything with. Yeah.
Right. And to put a system in place like Kroger has, because Kroger did announce that, and I do remember Kroger having that as well. And I remember being one of I don't know if it was one of the first ones that was done in this area here or not, but I just remember when it was put in place. And I took my cart, and sure enough, I parked my car a little further away from everybody because I don't want it to get dinged up and scratched, even though it's probably already dinged up and scratched by now because I've had it for several years. It is what it is. I still park it further away. I like walking. I want to get my steps in. Sue me. I took it a little further out, and it did lock up on me. I literally had to kind of pick up that whole thing. And after a while, I said, the hell with it. And I just, the wife stood there next to the cart, and I walked my groceries the rest of the way. It happened. But then I turned around and put the cart back up there, and I went inside and told him, like, hey, I can't even get to my car. And, well, where's your car located? And I said, and I go to point to the window, and I said, you see that car over there? Like, yeah, that's where I'm at. Oh, okay, well, we'll take care of it. Thanks for the info. Done. Okay, and since then I've been able to. It's again, it was like a month later I went grocery shopping, or not a month later, 2 weeks later I went grocery shopping, and it worked just fine. So they do test it. Sometimes there's some flaws in it, but in all fairness, that's not a terrible system in my mind, in my personal
I
mind.
don't think it's a terrible system either. I just think it's weird to find the retailer because, yes, it is their cart, but at the same time, I'm more on the side of like finding the person that's not doing their job in the first place, like someone that's abandoning the cart, a customer.
Yeah,
like,
but you can't fault them for that. I mean, shoot, it happens all the time. I mean,
I'm gonna fault the customer because again, I've seen it all the time, too often in dang Walmart where people are leaving their carts instead of taking them to the cart corral where they're supposed to be. They have those outdoor cart corrals. They leave them anywhere. They leave them in the handicap space. They leave them in their space. They leave them like right next to somebody's vehicle. And then those carts, like you're talking about with the wind, are getting blown around and they're hitting other people's cars.
And that's why there's a lovely sign out there that says they are not responsible.
Right.
That's right.
But it's like
they still go in and complain anyways.
Right. But they're not going to get anything from it. I mean, Not unless the people bend over backwards, and they might get like a Walmart gift card or something. But I love the people that are, the cart narcs. I love them. I love when
Yep.
they take those carts and they just put them like, your cart, I got it for you, and they leave it right behind them. It's like, put this damn cart away, you stupid ass.
Yep.
It's just one of my biggest pet peeves. Pet peeves,
100%.
especially being the CSM for customer service
Yep.
manager for Walmart.
Totally agree.
When
Totally
I see
agree.
that crap, I'm like, I just want to take that cart and just ram it into them. I'm like, screw you.
Totally agree. And believe me, there are several times that I've seen people, they just put the cart, especially, and I'm not stereotyping, but I've seen a lot of people even in the handicap zones, they'll just leave the cart in the handicap zone. And
It's
I'm
true.
going, okay, sure,
Yeah.
no problem.
Yeah.
Half the time though, when I'm walking up to a place, if I see a cart like that, I'll take the cart. I'll, whatever. I'll use
Yeah,
it.
sure.
I'm a little bit of a snob when it comes to shopping carts because I want to pick a shopping cart that actually doesn't jiggle, doesn't have that one wheel
I'm
that
with
like
you on that.
rattles
Yeah.
like crazy,
I'm with you.
makes some crazy squeaking noise, things like that. I
Yep.
will literally pull out a shopping cart, take 5 or 6 steps with it. If it doesn't feel right to me, then I stop what I'm doing. I'll go put that
I
back
do
in
that
the
too.
shopping cart.
I
I'll
got the
do
other
it.
one, yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm going around the daggone store. I don't want to be that guy that's all of a sudden veering to the right when I'm trying to push it one-handed because I got to grab something off the shelf and I'm just going quickly through or whatever it is.
And other than that, I just don't want to go around the store and having that annoying sound like tunk, tunk, tunk.
Exactly.
I hate that. I don't want that.
Exactly. All
But
the
that'd be
crazy
somebody else's
noises that it
problem.
comes with. Exactly.
That's why you gotta appreciate the guys, because I've saw them do it before at my old Walmart, where like I was getting carts, and these other guys were getting carts. She was like, "Who are these guys?" And they were refurbishing the carts. I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
okay." Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's great. I mean,
Yeah.
that's when I started taking all the carts and bringing them to them. Like, here, do all these. Like, okay,
Exactly.
cool, make it
Yep,
easy for
this
me.
one's shit too.
Yeah, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. We had a cart graveyard in the back where it's like, these are all bad carts, and like at that point it's like, here, all these carts back here are bad. You need to go get those.
But see, these carts here, the cart graveyard, most likely at night was taken by somebody else. They'll just grab that daggone cart and go
Which
ahead
they
and
can
take that away.
they can have that. Yeah, we don't want
Sure,
those.
but
Just
then
don't
guess
take the
what?
good carts. Yeah.
But that's the same thing that happens, though, Jay, is they grab those crappy carts, they take it as far as they want to, and then they abandon the sucker because they don't need it anymore, or it's too crappy to move, or whatever it is. You know? No, I understand it, but I can't put my finger on the pulse of who should be the responsible person.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. There's probably an issue. I'm sorry that issue is happening. Yes, you got to hire someone to come and grab these carts and corral them and then figure out what to do with them. You know what? If these carts are just sitting out there, is there a way to recycle them? Is there a way to melt them back down and repurpose them? I mean, I don't know.
Good question.
Because again, to me, it just seems like, you're going to find, I mean, literally you've got, a Target, and next thing you know, 5 miles down the road or 2 Target shopping carts, you're going to find Target $1,000 because, in 3 years, in less than 3 years times, you found 6 of their carts, but they're all outside of a certain radius of the building, if you will.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that there's probably some rules in place to hopefully prevent that.
Hopefully.
Because I think that's pretty cruddy, especially if you got like, hey, the store, you found a shopping cart for a store that's over a mile away. You're going to find that store for that because the cart's sitting a mile away? Come on.
Yeah, and then
Somebody
like, how do
clearly
you
took a walk
and
down
how
the way with it.
exactly
Come on.
and how exactly do you really enforce that as far as like, at least at the store level? It's like, are you going to have your cart pushers who usually are teens, really? You're going to have them go like a mile, 2 miles away, grab the thing, come back. It's like, that's not realistic, and that's not safe.
No,
I'm not going to have
exactly.
a work. That's bringing a whole new ball of worms. Like, okay, you're responsible for that worker because that worker is in your, in your employment, and now you're having to go that far out, and now they're not in the quote unquote the safety of the store limits. It's like, that's not a good idea.
No,
But
it's
I mean,
not.
again, something has to be done. I agree. This is the problem. This is
So
an
I
issue.
get it. They have to have a cart locking technology.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Sure, no problem. If the cart goes so far out, then boom, fine. That's no big deal.
Yeah.
But then you also have to have or be assigned a cart retrieval service.
Yeah.
Stock. Something like cart retrieval service. Okay. Well, and then they have to, it says raising costs of having to collect dumped shopping carts. Okay. Well, again, the dump shopping carts are most likely a mile or more away from them in some fashion. Maybe they're not. Who knows? It's like, look, there's only so far that the retailer can go because of the customer choosing to take an item, i.e., a shopping cart,
Right.
as far as they want to take it. Okay, I
Hmm.
mean, it's just like, again, it's the old school method. They used to put poles on the shopping carts, so they couldn't even get them out of the
Oh yeah,
building. You know
they
what I
still
mean?
do
Remember
it
that? Hmm.
at Ross Just for Less. They still do.
Sure, exactly, because they don't
Yeah.
want their carts outside. Sorry, buddy,
Hmm.
our carts are indoors only. They're not
Yep.
taking them outdoors. We're good.
Yeah. You're
And
buying
you
that
know
much
what?
stuff, you shouldn't
Fine.
buy it from Ross. Straight up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. If you're carrying all that stuff out, you better carry it
Yeah.
all out because you can't take a shopping cart out of there. And it's
Personally,
crazy.
personally, I really like the Aldi system with the quarter in the cart
Well,
because
that's fine, but guess
that
what?
makes
I don't care.
sense.
Did you really? You care that much for a quarter? You want to
Mo-
get that quarter back?
you like ask anybody like, hey, I'll take your cart for you. What's the first thing they say? It's like, you got a quarter? No, then you don't have a
Exactly.
cart.
Yep, exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Like people really like if you have to pay to use the thing, even though you're getting it back, you have to make like a quote unquote deposit. You're gonna get that quarter back. I mean, straight
Oh,
up.
dude. I mean, look,
Yeah,
my wife and I have gone there twice.
yeah,
That we, and don't get me wrong, it's an okay place to shop. It's just not a place for us. I guess it's a little bit different as far as
yeah. It's a
the
little
shopping
different.
experience
Yeah,
goes.
yeah.
But it's still
I
an
agree.
okay place to shop. If you,
Yeah.
I mean, if there was no other place to shop, I'd be shopping there. So
Hmm.
that's fine. But honestly, if you're going to take a cart from somebody, you're like, hey, I want my quarter. Toss them a quarter. Here you go.
Yeah,
Here's your quarterback. I'm gonna
yeah,
give you my quarter because
yeah.
I'm gonna put it in here. I'm just gonna carry it back for you. I'll be a
Exactly.
nice person and do that. No
Yeah.
problem.
But if someone's trying to get your cart from you without a quarter, then it's like, no, I
Yeah,
paid
I
for
know.
this. This is
Yep,
my quarter.
absolutely,
Hell no.
absolutely. I get it.
But then again, you could have people that like I have one of these. I don't really use it, but I have a keychain like fake quarter that's on my thing that
Oh
I can put
Lord,
in
no, you
there.
don't.
Yeah, a little slug, basically a slug. Just put it on there, take it back out. Hey, I'm good.
Cheater.
I mean, who it's hard to have quarters on you at all times. I mean, that's a weird. I
Sure,
guess if you know you're
sure.
going to Aldi, maybe make sure you have a
Hey,
quarter
bring
or
a
something
quarter.
similar sized.
Yep.
But the other thing too is like yeah, like the whole system's made to be like yeah. You get your quarter back, and then it's like I guess you do, but like it's weird because. It's cool that they have the cashier sit down. I think that's a really nice thing.
Yeah, yeah.
The
Sure,
cashier
sure,
sits
sure.
down, they scan the stuff, put it right in the cart, but it's a new cart. It's not the cart you have, and then they'll
Yep.
let you take that cart and they'll take yours, and
Yeah,
so you're getting back a quarter, but it's not your quarter.
sure. I get it. And
That's the
again,
fun
it's
thing.
it's it's not a big deal,
No,
honestly. I mean, if you're really obsessed about that quarter, go ahead, get your quarter back. If you're not,
yeah,
you leave the cart there. Or better yet, if there's no locking system on it, locking technology on it, guess what? You got a shopping cart from Aldi's.
that's right.
Congratulations there,
That's
buddy.
right.
You're
Yeah,
you're number one. Come
you're
on,
number
please.
one.
Give me a Sam's Club shopping cart any day, okay? Come on.
Yeah, a big shopping cart I can put stuff in. Yeah,
Exactly. I can fit myself into, Shoot.
yeah.
Come on.
And I'm talking
Give me
about the
something.
carts. I'm talking about carts too. Is like those little small baskets that they have, and
Mm-hmm.
and the fact they made them bigger because they realized that mostly millennials. It seems like to be more millennial thing. It's like
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go shopping, but I'm gonna get the small cart that way I don't spend as much. And then they
Uh-huh.
made them bigger because they knew people were doing that. It's like
And they put them on wheels. And they
yeah,
put wheels on them and little
yeah,
little arms so you
yeah,
can, little extension pieces on them so you can
yep,
drag them around and everything because that's a lot easier because the carts now are
mm-hmm,
bigger and you can't carry them as well. But you know what?
mm-hmm,
We'll just still give you something. I'm
right,
like, all right, whatever. Whatever.
yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But I don't know where people stand on this. Do people agree with this technique? Do people disagree? I'm not sure how people feel either way, but
I'm kind of on the fence of the whole thing, Jay. I
yeah.
think that within reason,
Hmm.
the company should be responsible for the carts within
Right.
reason. Again,
Right.
if the cart is a mile down the road, how
Yeah.
can you say that it's the responsibility of the retailer to make sure that that cart is taken care of? I mean, I don't know. I just can't. I can't
Yeah.
say with all clear conscience
Yeah.
that it's the retailer's fault that the cart is all the way down there. Most
Yeah.
likely, there's nobody working
Yeah.
for the company that says, "Oh, I don't want to reach, the bagger that's going out to gather the carts is saying, yeah, I don't want this one cart here. So I'm going to walk a mile down the road
Yeah.
and just leave it here because, I don't want this cart ever to go back to the company again because it's in such bad shape or whatever it is. Give me a break. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I
I
think
just think it's weird.
everything with with this story is all situational. It's
Yeah.
hard to know who's really at fault, but if you have an opinion on it and you're listening out there, let us know on our Facebook or YouTube comments anywhere.
Sure.
We'll read it. We might get back to you, maybe not, but let us know. We want to know your opinions on it. But either
Yep.
way, that's gonna bring us to the end of this article. And Mitch, you have our next one, sir.
I have it from Yuyin Rayo back in December of 2025. Farewell to Dark Nights on Earth. California startup Reflect Orbital plans 4,000 space mirrors and sets off alarm bells among astronomers. Imagine looking at the sky at night and finding out that part of the light you see doesn't come from the moon, but from giant mirrors floating in space. It sounds incredible, right? Well, now a small company in California wants to make something similar. Solar energy works very well, but only while the sun is shining. Then, what would happen if we could reflect the solar light toward the Earth when it's nighttime? That's exactly what the company wants to do. However, many astronomers and biodiversity experts are worried about this futuristic idea. So, let's have a look at this company's innovative idea, shall we? Bringing extra light to the night. The startup Reflect Orbital, with its headquarters in California, has a big and ambitious plan, sending 4,000 giant mirrors to space before 2030. These mirrors would be in an orbit that follows the line between night and day, and its function would be to reflect the sunlight towards specific areas of Earth. The mirrors could be up to 55 meters wide, bigger than most small buildings. The light they reflected would be seen as a gentle glow similar to moonlight. It wouldn't be as bright as daytime, but it would brighten the night in the places where the mirrors shine. The company has already requested permission to launch its first test satellite called Arundel, Arundel 1, and is expected to put it into orbit in April 2026. During this test, people in certain places could see the reflection as a bright, moving star in the sky. Astronomers are worried. Even though the idea sounds futuristic, astronomers don't agree with it. Here's why they are concerned. Space is already crowded. In the last few years, the amount of satellites in space has increased a lot. Let's see a comparison. In 2019, there were about 2,000 satellites. In 2025, there are already 15,000. And by 2040, there could be 560,000. So by adding 4,000 mirrors on top of this could increase the risk of collisions. When satellites crash, they create space debris, which can damage other satellites or spacecraft. More light pollution. Astronomers need night to be dark to observe stars, planets, and other phenomena of the universe. So artificial light that reflects these mirrors could make these observations difficult. Animals and people affected. The light reflected by the mirrors could be 4 times brighter than the full moon, which can affect migrating birds, nocturnal animals, wildlife across large distances over 60 miles away, and human sleep cycles and natural rhythms. The company says the beam will be small and focused and that mirrors will turn away once they pass the target area. But astronomers say the mirrors will still be visible far away as bright, fast-moving points of light. How this project could change our nights. This idea could change the way in which we experience night as we know it. The startup states it controls the direction of reflection, but experts insist that even controlled reflections can affect the natural darkness we depend on. This raises important questions about how much artificial light should be allowed in the sky. To sum it up, as this project moves forward, it invites all of us to think about what we want the night to look like in the future. Now, I will turn the question over to you. Do you think it is worth changing the natural night for a bit more light? I mean, it is a fascinating idea, but one that makes us think carefully about the future all of us want on Earth and beyond.
Huh. That is an interesting idea. Although I tend to agree with the astronomers. It's like, again, like it's more pollution, light pollution, and also pollution in the space because like they're talking about. I was gonna say there's a bunch of satellites already up there,
Yep.
and like we're adding more crap to the like. I mean, there's no gravity, sure, but the right force from another object onto these satellites causes the
Yep.
thing to come crashing down to Earth. That's a thing.
Yeah,
It happens.
absolutely.
So it's like, how many? I would like to know their full plan about safeguards to make sure that kind of thing does not happen. I'm sure they have something. Maybe I don't know how far they in.
according to Sunlight Orbital or Orbital's website here,
Yeah.
it says Reflect Orbital delivers a spot of sunlight on demand with a constellation of in-space mirrors. They can have a precise 5 kilometer diameter and up, so they can totally configure it and make it into a precise area, and it can be dimmable from a full moon to full noon is what they're saying. And they can adjust the density and location, and it can be on demand as well. And they say it's precise and uniform, dynamic, and there's no ground infrastructure. Easy setup and onboarding. So it's interesting how they want to spin this whole thing.
Yeah.
They say that it will allow solar panels. It can illuminate disaster zones. It can extend work hours. It can improve agriculture.
How are these things powered though? Is it solar power?
by the sun.
Okay.
They reflect from the sun.
No, I mean
And
like that to move them like 'cause they're saying to move the beams of light, you have to move the mirrors. How are they moving the
Yep.
mirrors? Is it solar power?
I'm assuming from the solar power on the satellite. On
Okay.
It's attached to like a satellite as well.
Okay.
It helps with civilization, defense, and experience. Unforgettable nighttime experiences for events in public spaces. So it's like night but daytime. That kind
But
of
then
stuff.
it's like okay, so now there are going to be these satellites out there. Who's going to go out to service them? Because these things are not going to work for all time. And, like if anything man-made is doomed to fail. So who's going to service it? NASA? There's a bunch of questions that come to mind. It's like, all right, you're going to send these things up into the sky. You can't just send them there and just expect them to always work.
I get it. I
You
get it.
know?
Yep,
It's like
I get it.
they're. I mean, I'm looking at it from a very basic perspective, but I mean, maybe this startup really has a much more detailed plan because again, we don't know. Like, we're not in that company. We don't have their full details. We just have this blurb and whatever they have on their website, but it doesn't tell you their exact plan. So maybe they have
Well,
a.
I'm looking at
plan,
here. And so
disaster plan.
what will it look like on the ground? The spot is brightest on the ground with minimal sky glow in the air. From within the spot, it will look and feel like the given brightness level, bright moon to high noon, with a star-like spot passing overhead. And how can you request the service? They contact you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that still
It's
doesn't
just
say anything about their actual, their contingency plan for avoiding disaster. That's my thing.
I know, right?
That's what I'm like, all right. Is there frequently asked questions? It's like, how do you make sure this isn't going to catastrophically fail?
Right. I know. It's kind of crazy.
That's my question. I mean, the concept in and of itself, too, for adding light, like, because, I don't know. In a weird way, it's like I can kind of see it because in my neighborhood, at least, we have the street lights, and there are so many that are dead, and that's kind of just on the homeowner association to make sure that gets taken care of because we're paying.
Yeah.
But it's like I get the case for like there's a lot of darkness and stuff like you need more light.
Yep.
And then that whole thing about like catastrophic areas where like disaster zones need to be lit up and stuff, and that's a good case for it. It's just there's a lot of unknowns that we're getting into here.
Yep, but they're already affiliated with the Department of the Air Force and the Air Force Research Laboratory.
Interesting.
And yeah, they're already affiliated with them. Let's see, we'll begin offering open topic.
Are they affiliated with the Space Force?
No, they're not affiliated with Space Force. Nope, not affiliated with Space Force. So it's interesting. It's an interesting thought.
It's an interesting thing.
Honestly, the first thing that I think of when I think of this whole thing is this is weird. This is very weird.
It's
I mean,
strange.
after I've read it and I've gone and seen their website, I kind of understand it a little bit more now. They want to offer light in the dark. Great. There are some benefits to that in some respects, but again, it's just one of those particulars. It can cause some other harms in other ways. It
Right.
sounds like it could potentially cause harm in some other ways.
Right.
So, yeah, let's look at it and see what it does. Maybe it will be helpful, but at the same time, yeah, if there's too many satellites out in space and then space debris starts floating around again, I go back to Wally. Just look at how Wally was. There were tons and tons and tons of satellites surrounding the Earth, and guess what? I would have to say, even right now, of all the satellites that are surrounding the Earth, I would say 99% of them are pointed towards Earth. Seriously, think about it.
Yeah,
All the satellites that are out there, they're
That's
all
true.
pointed back at us, 'cause
Yeah,
it's all
true.
about communication and
Yeah.
speed and making things faster and
That's true.
looking at things down on Earth and things of that nature.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just all pointed back at us every time. So, yeah, I can't I can't find the pulse for this one. I really can't. Part of me says this is ridiculous. Other than the part of me says it's not a bad idea.
It's an intriguing idea, that, anyway.
Sure,
I don't know if it's
but
good or bad, but it's
I don't know if it's
interesting.
good or bad, but it's interesting. Yep.
Yeah.
100.
And that's why
100%
it's
agree.
here. That's why it's
Yeah.
here on our This You Call
This You
News.
Call
It's like,
News.
I don't know what. Yeah, I'm not sure what to make of all that, but
Yeah, exactly. I can't
But,
put my finger on this pulse. I can't honestly
Yeah.
say this is a great idea or this is absolutely stupid because
don't
now
know.
that I've read it all the way through and checked out the site, I'm going, all right, I see what you're going for.
there's validity here. I'm just not sure
Yep.
how needed that validity is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and then how much of a detriment it could be on
Exactly.
the Earth later on.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
I don't know. Guess we just gotta wait and see.
We'll see. Maybe
sir.
it'll just up and blow up because it is a startup. Who knows?
Yeah, it is
Things
a
happen
startup.
all the time.
Yep. All sorts of things happen.
Yeah. But anyway,
But again, they're hoping to have a satellite launched in April of this year.
yeah, we'll see
Hoping.
if that happens. We'll report on it. I'm sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see how it
follow up.
goes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But anyway, that's gonna do it for us on this episode. Another really great episode.
That's right.
But anyway, as always, my name is Jay.
And I'm Mitch.
Love, peace, and respect. We'll catch y'all right here again on the next episode of Lumpy and Lotkeys. Yeah, go say bye for now.
Oh, bye for now.
All right. If you should or would like to contact us, please find us on our Facebook page, Lumpia and Lotkeys. We will be glad to hear from you.